Hey everybody. Hi, how's everybody doing? So it's Friday night and I'm not really doing anything except getting ready to go to bed. Well, I work tomorrow, but not too early. I work at 9:15, so I could sleep in a little bit. I woke up at 5:30 today because I had to be at work at 7 and I just happened to wake up. Sorry about my room. It's really a mess. A disgraceful mess. But I really wanted to kind of talk a little bit. Just, chat. Because, this makes me feel better. I like to talk. I mean, it's kind of therapeutic. It helps me. I need lotion. My skin is dry. I did put lotion on, but I'm going to put more on. And I like this because it smells so good. And it's nice, and it's not scented. I put on Victoria's Secret. I put on pink after I got out of the shower, but I don't know. So, I want to talk. So, what do I want to talk about? Well, I reached out to Mike. He was not texting me or messaging me or anything. He wasn't asking how I'm doing. He's just so weird. I don't know. Me and him have been like this for so long. It's I know it's boring, I've talked about him before. It's I don't want to talk about him anymore. I'm gonna shut that light. It's boring, forget about Mike, right? Really, but it just sucks because I, I'm pregnant, and I know it's his, because remember, I was because I remember when it was I always was taking ovulating strips, 2 weeks before I was supposed to get my period. I had these ovulation strips and pregnancy, things to detect when you're ovulating. So I would take those, and I would make sure not to do anything on those days when it showed I was ovulating. Well, I took one and I said I wasn't ovulating, and it was a Saturday, 2 days before I was ovulating, according to the strip. So I Ubered over to Mike's house after I was hanging out with Sherry and Stephanie. We were out downtown, and I didn't really want to sleep at Sherry's house because I didn't want to be stuck there in the morning or something. I don't know. I could have crashed there. That was really stupid of me to be let me call Mike, because I know Mike would give me a ride home, in the morning or whatever. I don't know. I was, drinking. I wasn't thinking clearly, So I Ubered to Mike's house, and I remember that weekend. And then, that's when I know it happened, when I got pregnant, and I really didn't. I was being so careless. And, I just wasn't being careful, and I've been trying to get away from Mike for a very long time, but then I always go back to him, and it's just not healthy, and it's not working with me and him. And now this had to go and happen, So, but it happened, and there's nothing I could do about it now. I just have to deal with the consequences. My life isn't over because I'm pregnant, and my life it's definitely going to take a different turn, but it doesn't mean I can never enjoy myself, or it doesn't mean anything. Yeah, I'm gonna have a baby that I have to take care of course, but we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna do the best that I can, and I am not gonna get an abortion or nothing like that, because I want to have a kid anyways. I'm older, really. I'm not trying, I might not have a chance to have a baby, in a couple years, so I have to, and I feel maybe I'm not being fair to this child, but, I'm going to do the best I can. This kid's going to be happy and everything. It's going to be happy and, all that. So, I'm, yeah, I get worried, and then, I think Mike did it on purpose, but that's done and over with. I'm not talking about it anymore. Okay, so, Anyways, yeah, I had so much to talk about. So today, yeah, Mike hasn't reached out to me. I was actually texting him and saying, why don't you come over for dinner and we could talk and discuss things, you know? Because I was considering maybe I should move in with Mike. I was thinking, like, maybe I should move back in with Mike. You know, because, like I said, that way, you know, he said I don't have to pay rent and I could work, but I don't have to work that much, like, you know, and, like, just stay there and stay at where we used to live until we find another place. And I was really considering it a lot. Like, I was just really thinking, you know what, maybe. But even though, like, Mike does a lot of things and he says things to me that it's just like, I'm really over it. It's very disrespectful. Like, he will call me words that I just don't. Hey, just a second. I really want to shut that light up in there. You know, like, weird things bother me sometimes, and it's hard for me to, like, think clearly. I don't know. Let me just shut that light off for a second. Hold on. Alright, anyways, so I'm gonna take my glasses off because oh, sorry. Ooh, they just fell on the ground. Yeah, like, he will totally be really disrespectful to me, and, like, my eyes are really tired looking. Like, call me a bitch and, like, all these things, you know, and just, like, my house is a mess. I gotta clean. He's just really nasty to me sometimes, and, like, I really don't want to deal with that, you know, and he was calling me that all last week, but then I kind of was like, I texted him, I was like, you know what, why don't you come to dinner and we'll discuss things, because I really feel alone, and I don't know, like, I get overwhelmed, like, you know, I'm gonna need his help after I have this baby, and, like, I need him to help, I need him to be there, and because he got, you know, like, it's, I don't know, I'm really worried that he's not gonna be there, and I'm also worried about, like, asking for child support, because he pays child support for his son that he has that's 13, but I really don't want to ask. I don't want to do that to him because I feel like he's going to just, like I said, he's going to just kill himself, you know? Like, I don't want him to be, like, have to pay child support for another 18 years, you know? If he can help me out, maybe we can do split custody, and that way I don't have, you know, he doesn't have to pay child support. Then maybe we could do that, you know, but these are, like, really crazy things. Like, I almost got married to him. Like, we were engaged. Like, last November is when he, like, you know, proposed, and now, like, we're not married, but, like, I'm pregnant with his kid. Like, it's just crazy and overwhelming, and I really didn't think I was going to stay with him. I thought I was going to try to go out and maybe date, try to meet somebody, but, you know, like, the only thing, there was that guy that I'm, like, that I work with, like, whatever, forget him, but I'm not really trying to think about him because I'm pregnant, but I don't want him to think that it's his, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to say, listen, I'm pregnant, but it's not yours, it's my ex-fiance, so don't worry about that, you know, because I would never do that to somebody. I would never, like, and it was just, like, I hooked up with him, and I talked about it before. It's not something I just do, but I don't know, like, I was super hot, and, like, I saw him out at the bar and whatever, like, I don't know, whatever. You know, but it's not something I do, so it's not like you know, it's not like I messed around with all these guys. Mike, and I know it's Mike's. You know, I'm being real, I'm 100% honest, anyways. So, anyways, yeah, what was I talking about? Sorry, I do look very tired. I worked, like, I've been up since 5:30. Yeah, so, like, I don't know, I guess, you know, we could figure something out, but I can't just, like, do split custody. I don't even want to think about that right now because I'm gonna have a baby, like a newborn baby. You don't do split custody with a little baby. A mother has to be with the baby for at least the first, I mean, if Mike, you know, when it gets older, then fine, but no, I'm gonna be there all the time for this baby. I'm not gonna just do, you know, plus if I'm gonna be breastfeeding, I can't just be like, oh, now you have the baby. No, I'm not doing that. Like, I'm not even gonna think about, like, split custody and all that right now. I'm not, because I'm just gonna, I don't know if Mike's gonna be there for me. And, like, I tried with him, and he's just, like, I don't know. Like, today, for example, it was so nice out. Like, the weather is, like, perfect. It was beautiful out. It wasn't cold. It was just, like, gorgeous, like, fall weather. Very, like, just nice. And So I got out of work. Mike called me, or he messaged me. He said he was at White Castle, which is right up from where I work. I'm like, you're there? He's like, yeah, I'm gonna eat. I'm hungry. He calls me Big. He's like, that's his nickname for me. So I went there and like, I was like, okay. I'm like, I don't really want to eat at White Castle, but okay, I wasn't complaining. So we went there and we ate there. I was thinking, oh, I need to do a White Castle mukbang with some loaded cheese fries, and also that's what I got in clam strips. Yeah, but I'm like, Mike kind of like spoiled the night. It was such a nice night. He could have waited till I go home, take a shower, take a little nap. Then we could have went somewhere nice to eat. But see, the thing with Mike is, like, he's boring, and he never really wants to do anything. Like, when it's nice out, I want to be outside. I want to, like, take walks, do stuff. He doesn't. He just wants to sit in the living room and just watch movies. Like, that's fine, but it's nice out. You have all winter to do that. Like, let's do something, I was like, Mike, after we ate at White Castle, I was tired, and he put a movie on. I'm like, I don't really want to watch a movie. I want to do something. It's really nice out. Can we do something? He's like, well, let me just watch this for a little bit. Like, he didn't seem interested, in doing that, and he's just like, he never does. I said, the Cirque, there's a show coming up. He didn't want to do that. He doesn't want to do any ideas that I ever want to do. It's always his ideas. Like, we went on trips, but it's always like where he wants to go. I used to have so many great ideas about fun things to do, but like, he never hears me out on it. And after a while, from when there's somebody that doesn't ever want to do anything that you suggest, you kind of lose yourself. Like, who am I? Like, what do I like to do? What are things that I enjoy doing? Like, you lose sight of that because a person doesn't, yeah, like, I like to go exploring. I don't just like, and he thinks all I like to do is go to bars. He knows nothing about me. Like, it's been so long since he actually knows anything about me. He really doesn't know me at all. And, he just thinks the worst of me. That's why it's not going to work. Me and him, it's just not going to work, Like, I could find somebody. I don't know why I haven't met somebody, but, like, I'm really cool and really fun to hang out with, and, like, I have good ideas, and I'm an interesting conversationalist. I have a lot of interesting topics to talk about. I think I'm a really cool, interesting person, right? I am. But it's like, why do I want to be with somebody that doesn't even think I'm a good, like, somebody who thinks so terribly of me, like Mike does? I don't really want to do that, and, like, So, yeah, so I said, Mike, let's take a walk. And he's like, well, let's just kind of watch a movie. I shut the TV off after a while. I'm like, can we just please take a walk? And he's like, what do you want to do? He kept saying, I was like, let's do something. He's like, what do you want to do? Run a marathon? I'm like, no, I just want to take a walk. Like, there's a reservoir by me, or, we could have went to the park, or something, just to walk around and just, enjoy each other's company. And he never wants to do that. Like, it's free. But he just never wants to do anything like that. I've suggested camping so many times. He's never wanted to do that. Like, I don't know. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't waste my time with him anymore. Like, I need to move on. So, yeah, he just he didn't want to do any of that. And he kept saying, you can't really do anything. You're pregnant. Yeah, I can still take walks and this and that. And he was like, I'm really tired. I just want to chill. I'm like, and I got upset. I'm like, I just wish I could meet somebody who just wants to, like, do things, like, take walks or do stuff, like, to make me happy sometimes, because he never, like, goes out of his way to make me happy. Like, is that so hard to do? Like, am I that terrible that you can't do something to, like, make me feel good, Like, I'm crying, I'm sorry. Like, really? Is it that hard? Like, is it that terrible to try to do something that makes me feel nice? So that's why I'm done with Mike, because he really doesn't, like, really care. Like, he doesn't. So, we kind of just got in a fight. I'm like, he's like, I'm just gonna leave. And I'm not gonna beg him to stay at first. I was like, no, we gotta do something. But I've done that so much that I'm, like, chased him and be like, no, like, I can't. Like, that's, like, no, I have to have more pride than that. I don't want to force you to try to do anything with me. If you don't want to do something with me, if you don't want to take a walk with me, I'm not going to force you. Just leave then. Leave, okay? But you know what? You can leave. I told him. I said, leave, but I'm not going to move in with you, okay? I'm not we're done. Me and you are done. I said I'm gonna have the baby, okay, but we're over. No more. I can't take it, you know, it's just too much. Like, stress, it's just, I just don't need that. Like, I would just like to meet somebody who I can just, like, who enjoys my company and vice versa. Like, yeah, there's a lot of guys that always try to ask me out, you know, or talk to me or whatever, and, like, I'm really picky, so it's not like I'm crying because I know guys, you know, I am really picky, like, but I just want somebody to meet somebody that just has the same interests as me, you know, who's, like, funny, who likes to joke around, somebody that just likes to do the same things I do, like, someone with an adventurous spirit, somebody who enjoys summer and the outdoors, you know, and, like, somebody that's respectful and, like, polite, but also, like, fun and, like, goofy. I don't want somebody that's, like, high strung or, like, has a bad attitude or grumpy. Like, my sister's husband is, like, so grumpy. Like, I don't want to be, like, around that. And plus, if I'm gonna have a kid, I don't want my child, like, I want my child to, it's gonna be so even harder for me to, like, go out and date now. But you know what? Like, I'm not expecting anyone to be, I don't even know. I don't even have a kid yet, you know? Like, I don't know. I've never been a parent before, so I don't know. Like, I take this slowly, but I still, like, would like to be happy. Everybody deserves to have somebody, like, that makes them happy, you know? And a lot of people are single parents, and they go and date, and they meet somebody, you know? It's not like it's very rare. It's not like just because I'm gonna have a kid, all of a sudden I'm not gonna be able to, like, meet somebody, you know, like, hopefully I do, like, but that's not gonna be my top priority, you know, of course, but it's nice when, you know, but I do have friends that are my, like, girlfriends, which is always good, you know, when you have your friends, because it just always helps, you know, is you don't want to go through something alone, but at least, you know, with Mike, it's just, yeah, it's just, he's not right for me. It's not gonna ever happen. Like, you know, it's just not. But anyways, like, I didn't want to stay home because it was, like, really nice night out. So I called Angie a little bit, but, you know, I just went to my mom's. I was like, let's go to, Home Goods and Hobby Lobby. So I was driving and listening to music, and sometimes the best thing that helps me out is when I drive. And it's like a nice country road, because it's like a country where my parents live, you know, driving the country, listening to music, and just, like, my mind, I just feels nice, you know, and I love the smell of, like, the country, like, the fields, and, like, all those things, and it would be nice to meet a guy, like, I'm so worried about meeting a guy, but, like, somebody who has, like, a motorcycle, because when I go on motorcycle rides, like, I love it, like, I really love the summer, and I know summer's gonna be over, but, like, it just turns me on, like, the air outside, you know, just the way it feels, and, like, the crickets, and, like, Mike is not interested in that stuff, but that kind of thing, I really like it a lot, like, so, you know, like, whatever, I'm not gonna waste my time with Mike anymore, it's just not working out, me and him, we don't have nothing in common, and it's just, he doesn't really like me, he doesn't respect or understand me, and, like, I get impatient with him, I'm not gonna say it's all him, you know, I do get impatient with him, you know, but yeah, it's really gonna be extra tough now because this whole thing, you know, pregnancy, I can't, you know, like, I don't know, but it's gonna be tough, but I think everything will work out okay. I don't want to live here anymore, like, I want to move. Like I said, I love the country, so I would love to, like, live in some, like, country home, like, like, I was walking around Hobby Lobby and just walking around looking at decorations. It just lifts your spirit, you know, makes you feel, like, better, and, like looking forward to decorating and all this stuff, because this is so small, and I haven't cleaned, like, my house is really bad. I haven't really been around to clean, but there's so many things I've been neglecting. But yeah, so, like, I don't know, like, I don't know what to expect in the future, but, you know, I'm just gonna do the best that I can do, I guess. This is, like, almost 20 minutes. Wow. I'm really sorry about all this, but I'm gonna put my hair in some rollers, I guess. Let me put this light on. Whoa, bright. But thanks so much for listening. If you listen to the whole thing, I'm like, wow, you deserve some kind of little award or something. Excuse me. Oh yeah. Also, I want to like focus more. Like, I'm gonna have a lot of free time this winter. I'm like, I can't go out. Like, I'm gonna actually save a lot of money because I'm not gonna be buying like 12 packs like every week like I've been doing. I'm always going out and buying beer. Well, I'm not gonna be able to do that, and I haven't drank since I found, I had a sip of something, but I haven't not drank since I found out. So that was like little, maybe I don't know how long ago it was. But I don't really want to, like, I don't really have the feeling, a craving to, and I'm starting, actually, like, avoiding alcohol like that kind of, changes the way you think, like, I'm really trying to focus on maybe writing my stories. I have like a lot of things I want to write, especially an autobiography about when I was modeling, that whole thing. I worked for this fashion designer who's like in prison now, and I want to paint more, and I also want to be more YouTubey. Like I want to like do more like ASMR stuff. I have so many ideas for ASMR. Like I really have to do them, like. And like mukbang, like eating, but I can't eat seafood until like it's safe to do so because it's not good to eat seafood when you're pregnant. But I can eat other food, like I don't know. I just want to kind of like do stuff. I'm trying to on my smoking channel. I can't do that because I'm not gonna be smoking. Like really, I'm not. That's not good. So that's gonna be put to a halt. I also have whatever. But I'm gonna find things to make me feel good, keep myself occupied, hang out with friends and family, and just take care of myself and keep my mind. I don't want to get all like feeling like I'm stuck by myself and alone, It's very easy to feel that way sometimes. Sorry if I look so like weird and gross, but I'm just gonna put these in my hair. I didn't mean to. I don't know. But yeah, like I have so many, I don't know, I just have to take things day by day, it's not like everything is so simple because it isn't. But that's just, life isn't supposed to be simple, you know what I mean? It's supposed to be complicated. Because if your life was simple, then you ain't learning nothing. I guess, I don't know. These rollers are weird. They're not, I don't know what they are. I bought them at Walmart. And my hair's still wet, so it's really not gonna like be all nice and curly. Tomorrow's a picnic at Angie's boyfriend is having a little party. I can go, but no, I'm not gonna drink. Don't worry. But I could still go. I wonder when I'm gonna start showing. Well, whatever, I'm already feeling like I'm showing. This is gonna be uncomfortable. Ew, I'm being weird. Alright, anyways, thanks for watching and listening to the whole story, Like I said, I'm really gonna try to focus more on my YouTube channel and do more oh sorry, I had like crusty booger. This is gross. Do more ASMR and stuff like that, whatever. You're a cat and I can groom you because you're a cat. I don't know. But yeah. So anyways,